Now, wasn't that something? Hey everyone, I'm Throwing 64 here, and today we're here for a new playthrough. After the endurance round that is Crash Bash 200%, Crash of the Titans. And this sucker is on like every system you can think of back in the day. The Wii, the PS2, the PS3, the 360, the GameCube. Not the GameCube, but the Game Boy Advance and DS. Could you imagine if it was on GameCube though? Anyway, and even PSP. But we're going to be playing on the Wii version today. And I do actually mean Wii this time because it's not me this time around. Introduce yourself, my friend.
Hey guys, I'm DC96. I'm actually back from the dead. Last time we did something together was like more than 5 years ago on YouTube. But yeah, I'm glad I'm here.
It's been a while, believe it or not, it's been a while since we used to do like a co-op playthrough on this channel too. So you can imagine that this is not, Crash is not the only one back here. Which, by the way, as of this recording, Crash 4 is finally out, baby! Like, oh my gosh. It's everything I could have dreamed of. But yeah, in this playthrough, we're going to just be doing this as like a co-op playthrough of sorts. And I do think that it's actually this is actually a great one to choose because it's going to be like 100%. Thankfully, this game is not nearly as crazy of its completion as some of the other games we have played on this channel, especially the previous one. And we are going to be doing this on hard mode because we're men, alright? Well, we don't do easy mode on this channel. But the real reason is because there's actually a power-up that's kind of locked to completing it on hard mode. So, yeah. It's going to be looking forward to that. Alright.
Yeah, so I found out about that power-up after beating the game on normal back in the day. And I was like, wow. Because like what you get is like extremely broken.
It really is.
So I was like, okay, let me beat this game on hard.
I think that's actually what one or two buttons do actually, now that I think about it, but not like it won't matter since that's like all the way at the end of the game right now, so. Alright, so let's get this sucker started, and there is an opening cutscene, so if you
Episode
please.
1, A New High.
Crash! Help me get this gizmo working! At long last, the world will have a way to recycle butter! Hey, that was a good one! Okay, hand me the transpalooper. The purple thingy.
Oh! Roger!
Is this thing on? Yeah? Ha ha! I'm back, babies! Surrender to Cortex!
Mika, sucker!
Hey, genius, I can't actually hear you. I'm really far away, and I'm flying like a hovercraft or something.
I will deal with them.
I have been fighting evil for many centuries.
What? You don't even got a body!
Help!
Crash! Help!
Oh!
I'm off to do bad things! Ta-ta!
I'm just gonna stay here a while.
Crash. To walk or run, simply move the control stick. To jump, press the A button. Press the A button again while in the air to perform a double jump.
Oh god. Oh yeah. So basically, this co-op is not just like the ones you're normally accustomed to. For some reason, this game actually gives you a lot of options on well, really two, on how to do co-op. The first one, the one we're going to be doing, is the piggyback format, as opposed to leapfrog. The leapfrog format is basically where we're forced to have to do this the entire time, and every time we're wanting to switch over, we have to do this. But thankfully, that's not the case. It's actually kind of nice that we can be able to break out of ours and be able to move on our own too, with some restrictions. But before I get too up into the controls, This is just a reminder for those who got into the series from like for the hype for Crash 4 is that there was a time before, well, there was a time after we got all the cool stuff from Warped, like Rafa Cortex, CTR, and all this, where they went through a huge change in direction for Crash.
Crash. Press the B button to smash
This being the one right here.
magical mojo. The more you collect, the more
Just saying though, like they have the easiest way to implement a moveset for Crash and Smash. But anyway, as I was saying, like this is pretty much what made Crash's like legacy kind of blurred out, I guess. It's not even like they're really bad games per se. What the? Okay, anyway, these games aren't really like that bad or anything. It's just that some of the drastic changes and just how Crash and like the whole gang is perceived outside of maybe Cortex is just kind of throwing people off of how they were perceived back then. What the? Okay, so there is a button you can use to switch between these. I don't know why.
Yeah. It's well, at least for me, it's one of the triggers to go on your back.
Let's see. Oh yeah, these little stone pedestals you can actually, these little stone tablets you can actually use to look at controls and everything. You have to actively read those if you want to look back into them though. So there's that. Okay, as for 100%, because I didn't go too into detail about that. For 100%ing, you actually have to follow 3 prerequisites you need to get. One is for beating the amount of minions in the level. It doesn't mean all of them. Like for here, you got to beat 65 of these recognitions. Like 65 of them. It sounds like a lot, but when you bunch them up, it really isn't that much. But like the second one is the combo system. You actually have to build a high enough combo in order to get up to that point. It's a little difficult with multiplayer, but I'm sure we'll make it work. And then the third one is you have to destroy like these little like spy bots that you'll find, which for whatever reason they decided to make some interesting designs on for these little spy bots, but you'll see when we get there. Another thing, and you might be shocked to know, we actually don't even have the spin ability right off the gate, as some of you may be well acquainted with. You have to unlock it by getting up to a certain amount of mojo twice in order to get there.
Crash. Press the A button when landing.
But on top of the getting everything, there's actually this. There's also like these little red voodoo rocks you see over there. Get these suckers, and you get some really nice stuff out of the game. Makes me wonder what the heck happened with some of the level designs. Like when you see the concept art, it's actually kind of sick. But we're not. Oh, but it doesn't stop there. This isn't like Crash 4 crazy with some of the collectibles, but there's a lot. It's just those 3 things: the voodoo and this, the mojo room.
Yes, I forgot about this.
These mojo rooms are actually pretty nice. Some of them can be a little tricky to maneuver through, especially when you don't have the right powers to speed up. We'll get on that later. But here, it's just mostly trying to collect everything.
Yeah, multiplayer helps there.
Oh, it helps by a ton. So now we're just mostly trying to collect 5,000 of these, which is actually like it's already really easy to do this on single player, but this just makes it like a cakewalk. And unfortunately, collecting the rest of these don't do anything. You don't get these towards your actual mojo. And that is what you get to be able to replay this mojo room, should you want to. But with that out the way, the thing about the upgrades is that it's not just like upgrading the general abilities and getting the moves. There's also the fact that you can actually increase your health this way. And if you get enough of these, there is actually a life count on this too. Now, there isn't really a way you can view this life count though. At least I don't think there is. Let me see. No, there isn't. Now without unpausing it, Now, I'm not sure if the health is actually shared between the both of us, or it's just like towards the player 1, because usually I know some games that do that. Or player 2 is practically invincible throughout the whole game. That
Yeah.
privileged sucker.
So do you know if the combo count is like shared between us?
I don't think so.
Because like if not, then that'll actually make that combo thing harder.
Alright, so now we gotta follow through here by either mashing A or B when we're in the air. Now, thankfully, this actually does work as a form of an attack. Not a very effective one, but it works. Ah,
Ooh, I'll hit that shortcut.
almost made it. This is the very limited robot I was talking about before. It's a robot toilet.
Good job, Crash. Destroy
Like, you could probably tell the humor, the general direction of this game's humor, but it works. Wait, I'm dead? Okay.
So I guess we have to both die for it to be punishing.
Huh. Oh, okay, so we must have missed out on some of these. Usually around here we usually get the spin ability. The classic, or in this game calls it the old school.
Yeah. Ooh.
Gotta be careful, because like, here, one of the restrictions of co-op is that we're still, since it's not split screen, if we go too far from each other, our movement will be limited, and you really don't want that when it comes to platforming. And that's one of the things I feel like works for some of the other episodes we'll be seeing in the future, but this one, not so much. Oh. And I think that's our boy Aku Aku over there. That's cool, you don't have to worry about it here. It's mostly just like when it's actually going somewhere. Now this is one of the opportunities you can try going for a combo system. Alright, trying to get that combo requirement. Ah! Though, it actually... That was too close, come on. No! You gotta make sure you don't get hit either, because if you get hit, the freaking combo will reset, and you just go all the way down to 0. Alright, now we can...
Thank you, Crash. My powers were useless against them. Dark magic is behind these creatures. Strange things are afoot.
Oh?
Yes, I know I don't have feet. Let's just go already.
Now we have one of the most broken things you can possibly use for this game.
Block enemy attacks.
Now, what makes it broken is not necessarily... Oh, there's some enemies down here. Isn't
Okay.
necessarily the fact that like you could block most of these minions' attacks and it never fades. I also use... My main use of this is just to be able to interrupt attacks and try to build up the combo system that much faster. So basically while you're attacking, you block, and you can just cancel out any of the end lock that you had with the punch. It's crazy broken. Now we have our first mutant. Well, you know what I mean. Charming character, isn't he? Ooh. Oh. Alright, hold on a second.
Okay.
Okay, that's pretty cool. They actually still show that. I thought it will only do that if it was just one player. But yeah, that aside, now we have our first mutant that we've captured. I'm going to refer to it as captured as opposed to the game's actual name.
The Z button.
It's like the main gimmick of this game.
To charge
Yep,
the attack
and
button.
trust me, this sucker is pretty nice to some things that Crash can't do. Of course, we will
Oh, there
get
it
something
is.
for... There it is. We'll get one for our boy D2, don't worry. And the best part is you can also do this guard canceling with the freaking mutant as well. So for these combat type mutants, you're gonna love this.
Yeah, these guys are way better than trying to fight these guys as Crash.
Much better. They always die in one hit from these mutants. But what's more is that this is not the only mutant we can find in the entire level.
Nah.
Far from it.
The only thing is that you can't do any platforming with these mutants.
Yeah, you can't really jump with them. And what's more is that on the Wii version, that special ability he just did, we can only activate it by doing, oh shoot, by doing the motion input. That's your kill.
Oop. Let me get on that.
So both of them can get our own immune at the same time, and we can just do double the damage.
Yo, we're almost at the...
There's gonna be more on the end, so we definitely hit it.
Okay.
Thankfully, the game is generous, and they'll put way more mutants than the actual counter allows. So, like, getting everything within these episodes is actually not that hard. One thing that is hard, though, is just trying to combo system when you have a very uncooperative partner. That's about it. Oh, yeah. Easy peasy.
Nice. Oop.
Oh, yeah. Something about hard mode, though, is you really don't want to get touched. Because in hard mode, these guys do, like, massive amounts of damage compared to normal or easy. It's one of the reasons why I would say guard canceling is actually somewhat important when there's like a swarm of them around you, but in that scenario, it's just... See, we could use Z, but why do that when we just... Alright, and that is the end of episode 1. So at the end of the episode, we get to see if we fill out all the requirements. We did that. So now we got gold on this episode. And it tallies up the mojo we collected, including any of the like upgrades we've gotten. You get info on the new mutants we found. We get the concept art that we collected earlier, the mojo room that we completed, more info on the mutants we've ran into. And it doesn't even stop there, because at the end of each episode, they actually show you that your skins you can unlock, but you can only do these by filling out these requirements. In this case, 200 recognitions and 50 spikes. Yes, that's the actual name that they go with in the game.
The Spike. This sneaky character likes attacking bandicoots from below, petty larceny, and romance novels. All very bad habits.
Well, god dang. Alright, so I'm pretty much just gonna say this for like a per episode, like a per video thing for each episode, no matter how big or short, because like this game is not really that long, because there's only like 20 episodes. There's only like 20 episodes in the game, and usually though, and not counting some of the ones that have bosses in them, they're not really that long. They're about the length of a normal Crash level, believe it or not, which is funny when you think about it. But yeah, I'll go more in depth on like the differences between this and Crash in the next episode. But here, this is Tuesday for us. Thank you guys for watching, and we will see you on episode 2. Any lasting thoughts, Deed?
Not much. Just thanks for watching. I'll try to be here for the full playthrough. We'll see how things go.
Yeah, like I'll see if you'll like be ready on whenever that happens.
Yeah.
But oh, before I do leave though, there is one more thing I do want to show off. Whenever you can actually check on all the stats you can get here. Now, right now we're only at 6%, and there isn't really that much time on this. But I promise you, when we do get more upgrades, you'll see the spin a lot more. But with that being said, until then, when we get the new episode 2, see ya.